Sometimes a car comes along that reshapes everything. The Audi Sport Quattro is one of these machines. With only 224 ever produced between 1984 and 1986, it ranks among the rarest and most significant vehicles in motorsport history. This isn't merely a car, it's the machine that transformed rally racing forever. The Sport Quattro's story begins with a challenge. In the early 1980s, Audi was competing in rally racing with their Quattro coupe. This car had already written history as the first successful all-wheel drive rally vehicle, but after a few years, rival teams were closing the gap. Audi needed something more radical to maintain their advantage. The standard Quattro was impressive, but it had weaknesses. It was heavy. Its wheelbase was too extended, making it less nimble on tight rally stages, and while potent, its engine demanded more. Audi's engineers recognized they needed a specialized version to keep winning, something more compact, lighter, and dramatically more powerful. Their approach was revolutionary. They took the standard Quattro and removed 12.6 inches, 32 cm, from the center. This made the car much shorter and more nimble. Then they substituted most of the steel body panels with lightweight materials like carbon Kevlar and fiberglass. The result was a car that appeared similar to the regular Quattro, but was completely transformed underneath. The most obvious visual change was the dramatically angled windshield. They repositioned it forward and made it more vertical. This unusual-looking modification improved visibility for rally drivers and reduced reflections. The car also had enormous fender flares to accommodate the wider wheels and tires needed for enhanced grip. Under the hood was something extraordinary, a 2.1-liter 5-cylinder engine with an enormous turbocharger. In the road version, this engine produced 302 horsepower. That might not sound extreme today, but in 1984, this was supercar territory. The rally versions would eventually produce over 500 horsepower, an almost unthinkable number for that era. The road version of the Sport Quattro could accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in just 4.8 seconds and reach a top speed of 155 mph. These were remarkable numbers for the 1980s. Even today, the Sport Quattro would be considered a quick car, but the Sport Quattro wasn't designed for straight-line speed. It was created for rallying. Inside, the Sport Quattro was purely functional. It featured Recaro sport seats, a simple dashboard, and the controls necessary for serious driving. There were no luxury amenities or unnecessary weight. This was a race car for the road in the purest sense. Why did Audi build these road cars at all? Because rally regulations demanded it. To compete in Group B rally, manufacturers had to produce at least 200 road-legal versions of their race cars. This process, called homologation, is what gave us some of the most thrilling road cars ever created. The Sport Quattro is perhaps the most extreme example. Group B represented the most dangerous and exciting era of rally racing. The rules had minimal restrictions, allowing manufacturers to build what were essentially race cars disguised as production vehicles. Speeds increased dramatically, and the Sport Quattro was at the forefront of this revolution. On rally stages, the Sport Quattro was a beast. Its four-wheel drive system provided incredible traction on all surfaces. Gravel, snow, tarmac, it didn't matter. The short wheelbase made it agile on tight mountain roads, and the turbocharged engine delivered explosive acceleration out of corners. The Sport Quattro's most celebrated variant was the E2 Evolution used in the later Group B years. This version had massive wings and aerodynamic components. It looked like nothing else on Earth, like a spacecraft designed for dirt roads. The E2 could produce over 600 horsepower in qualifying trim and accelerate from 0-60 mph in around 3 seconds on gravel. Famous drivers like Walter Royal, Stig Blomqvist, and Michele Mouton piloted these cars to victory. Mouton deserves special recognition. She nearly won the world championship in an Audi Quattro, breaking barriers as one of the fastest rally drivers regardless of gender. The Sport Quattro competed during the most dangerous era of rallying. Group B was ultimately banned after a series of fatal accidents. The cars had simply become too fast and too powerful for the narrow rally stages lined with spectators. The Sport Quattro was among the last of these wild Group B machines. Despite its brief racing career, the Sport Quattro created an enormous impact. It demonstrated that all-wheel drive wasn't just helpful, but crucial for maximum performance. Today, nearly every high-performance vehicle uses all-wheel drive for improved traction and speed. This all began with Audi's Quattro system. The road-going Sport Quattros cost around 200,000 German marks when new. II, about $75,000 in 1984. This was a massive sum, making it one of the most expensive cars of its era. Audi lost money on each one they produced, but they weren't building them for profit. They were building them to win rallies. Today, a Sport Quattro is one of the most valuable modern Audis in existence. They can sell for over $500,000 at auction. Some pristine examples have approached $1 million, 0 cents. Their rarity, motorsport heritage, and influence on car design make them extremely sought after by collectors. The Sport Quattro was available in several colors, but the most famous is the bright red that most rally cars wore. Other options included dark green, black, white, and a dark blue. No matter the color, the distinctive profile with its short wheelbase and upright windshield makes it immediately recognizable. Each Sport Quattro was hand-built at a dedicated facility. This wasn't mass production. It was careful assembly of a race car for the road. The level of craftsmanship and attention to detail was exceptional. This helps explain the high price both when new and today. The 5-cylinder engine deserves special mention. This unusual engine design became an Audi trademark. It combined the best aspects of 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder engines. Lighter than a 6 but smoother and more powerful than a 4. The distinctive sound of an Audi 5-cylinder engine is unmistakable, a unique growl that rises to a scream at high RPM. Modern Audi RS performance cars still use elements pioneered in the Sport Quattro. The 4-wheel drive system, turbo-drive engines, and even the 5-cylinder layout in some models all trace their DNA back to this special homologation car from the 1980s. The legacy of the Sport Quattro continues in other ways too. In 2010, Audi showed a concept car called the Quattro Concept, inspired by the original Sport Quattro. In 2013, they revealed another concept, the Sport Quattro Concept, which was even closer to the 1980s original. While neither reached production, they showed that Audi still respects this important part of their heritage. What makes the Sport Quattro so significant in automotive history? It wasn't just its rally triumphs or its performance. It was how it changed the way people thought about performance cars. Before the Quattro, 4-wheel drive was for off-road vehicles and utility cars. Audi proved it was the future of performance. The Sport Quattro also demonstrated the value of turbocharging. While turbos had been used before, the Sport Quattro showed how a small engine could make enormous power with forced induction. Today, almost every performance car uses turbocharging, another area where Audi led the way. The influence of the Sport Quattro's technology is evident in modern WRC rally cars, in Dakar racers, in Pikes Peak hill climb specials, and even in everyday performance cars. Its DNA has spread throughout the automotive world, making it one of the most influential cars ever built, despite its tiny production numbers. For Audi as a company, the Sport Quattro changed their image forever. Before the Quattro program, Audi was seen as a maker of sensible, front-wheel drive cars. After the Sport Quattro's rally success, they became known for performance and technology. This shift in perception continues to benefit the brand today. The Sport Quattro represents a unique moment in time when regulations allowed manufacturers to build cars that were too fast, too powerful, and too extreme. It was created in an era when engineering ambition trumped practicality or profit. This is why it continues to fascinate car enthusiasts decades after it was built. Thank you for watching our story of the Audi Sport Quattro. If you enjoyed learning about this rare rally legend, please subscribe to our channel for more videos about automotive icons. Tell us in the comments which rare performance car you want us to feature next.